ready to unlock the secret to financial success? Imagine a world where your money works hard as you do, where your dreams are within reach and your future is secure. Welcome to the world of Pag Ibig MP2, the key to building wealth, securing your family's future, and achieve your financial goals. In this video, we'll uncover the untold benefits of Pag Ibig MP2 that could change your life forever. Get ready to discover the power of smart investing, the freedom of financial independence, and the path to a brighter tomorrow. Stay tuned and prepare to embark on a journey towards financial prosperity like never before, as we talk about the 5 reasons on why Pag Ibig MP2 is one of the best investments if you're a Filipino and if you're living in the Philippines. If you guys are ready, comment. Let's go. Before I continue, I'd like to mention that there are other investments that are also good. Investing in the stock market is one of them. And in this channel, we've talked about how you can make money in the stock market via capital appreciation. We've also talked about how you can earn money in the stock market via dividend investing. This is one of the best ways also, but it do have volatility. Another investment is you could look at Bitcoin. Do remember Bitcoin is different from cryptocurrencies in general. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin and there's everything else. Bitcoin is digital gold. Bitcoin is the most secure, the most decentralized asset that's been ever created. Don't confuse Bitcoin with 99% of the tokens that will be zero in 10 years' time. Bitcoin has survived the test of time. Study Bitcoin. Other cryptocurrencies could give you upside, but you don't know where they will go. If you're just starting, Bitcoin is volatile, but it's one of the most secure and most decentralized assets known to man. Another investment is gold. Gold, I think, is scarce. It's a traditional form of what Bitcoin could do, but if you're the type of person who wants something that's tangible, if you're the type of person who wants something that you need storage for it, and you're someone that's very traditional, then gold fits the bill. Another investment I do believe is real estate, and in this channel also we've created a deep dive on so many options on how we can make money on real estate. That you could make money in real estate via flipping, you can make money in real estate via rentals, you can make money in real estate by buying a property that's distressed, buying a property that's destroyed, fixing it up, renovating it, then actually selling it. You could be a person also that's buying property, a piece of land in a very, very far-flung area, and waiting for a long period of time as that area develops. And as it develops, you have the ability to sell it also at a higher price. So there's so much variations on making money in real estate. You could also add REITs to the equation as well. Now, bonds is also a good way to earn. You could earn money via just lending to the government or lending to corporations, and they pay you interest in return. Please do remember, for the government, it's risk-free, meaning whatever you lend them, there's an assurance that your capital will be secure, and there's an assurance also that the interest that you will receive is pretty much guaranteed as well. However, just one thing to consider for government bonds, it has 20% withholding tax. If you go for corporate bonds, it will pay you a higher amount of interest. However, even if it pays you a higher amount of interest, companies, corporations can close down, and that's the amount of risk also that will be attached to your investment. Now, that being said, bonds are also nice. However, they also are subject to 20% tax even for corporations. Now, another one that we've talked about extensively in the channel also are digital banks. GoTime is one of them. A lot of these digital banks will give you a large amount of interest, higher than traditional savings accounts and higher than certain time deposits. I've talked about GoTime, I've talked about CBank. Then you also have the normal PayMayas that will give you couple of tasks also, that if you finish those tasks, they will give you a higher amount of interest also for the year. Now, let's get it on with the main topic, Pag Ibig MP2, because Pag Ibig MP2 has some advantages over some of the assets that I've talked about in this video, over some of the other investments from the stock market. Pag Ibig MP2 has some advantages off of it. Pag Ibig MP2 also has some advantages in Bitcoin. Pag Ibig MP2 also has some advantages over bonds, over real estate, and so much more. But we are just here to highlight 5 reasons on why Pag Ibig MP2 is one of the best investments also that's available. Reason number 1, it has a high amount of returns. If you look at it, Pag Ibig MP2 offers competitive dividends that are often higher than traditional savings accounts and time deposits. This makes it an attractive option for investors seeking better returns on their savings. So, Pag Ibig MP2 will give you a higher return than savings, time deposits. It will give you a higher return than digital banks. It will give you a higher return than some retail treasury bonds, and it will give you a higher return also than some corporate bonds as well. It will give you a higher return also than some dividend stocks, although that there are some dividend stocks that would give you higher returns than Pag Ibig MP2. However, I'll tell you later on what's one of its bigger advantages also versus dividend stocks. But in general, it will give you a higher rate of return as compared to time deposits, digital banks, traditional savings accounts, some bonds, and also some stocks as a whole. Number two, it has a government guarantee, meaning Pag Ibig MP2 is backed up by the Philippine government, providing investors with a sense of security and assurance that their investments are safe. This is one of its advantages over Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not have a government guarantee. This is one of its advantages over the stock market, because stocks, when you invest in the stock market, the value could actually go down. When you invest in the stock market also, if you think about it very, very well, companies can go bankrupt. But this one, it's covered by the law, and we've made lots of videos in the channel about this, that as it is covered by the law, your money, your capital that you've invested is secure. When you look at banks, time deposits, traditional savings accounts, it's only protected up to 500,000, which is PDIC insured. So, the advantage of Pag Ibig MP2 is that whatever capital that you put in, that amount is guaranteed. Now, number 3, flexible contribution. I just want to add this also in terms of its earnings. The higher returns, please do remember their dividends. And because their dividends, they're not fixed, they're dependent on the earnings. The only thing that's guaranteed is your capital. Your earnings is not guaranteed. I think it's one of the differences versus bonds and digital banks, where the digital banks and bonds, they would give you a fixed amount of return already, and that's something that you could expect. Now, flexible contribution means that investors have the flexibility to choose their contribution amount, making it suitable for both small and large investors. This allows individuals to tailor fit their investment strategy according to their financial goals and capacity. And what's interesting is you could invest even at 500 pesos. You could start with that low amount, but you can also put 700, 1,000, 1,500, and you're not even mandated to put that 500 pesos on a monthly basis. If you are just earning commission, you're not getting it on a frequent basis. Every time you have extra, you can put that amount and you can invest in Pag Ibig MP2. And that's what's amazing about it. It's very, very flexible. You're not required to put in a regular amount. But as what we always say in this channel, Stock Smarts, it's all about putting as much as you can. It's all about building a base. It's all about increasing it. And the way you get to increase it is if you put as much as you can every time you have extra. Again, regardless if this is Pag Ibig MP2, only put an amount of money that you're willing to lose, you can afford to lose as well. And continue, number 4, tax-free earnings. And this is its biggest advantage over the stock market, which if you get dividends, it will tax you at 10%. It will tax you 10% if you're investing in time deposits, digital banks, uh, even when you're investing in stocks that will give you dividends, or even in corporate bonds, they will have a withholding tax already that will eat away from your earnings. So remember what I said earlier about even if their dividend rate is higher for dividend stocks versus Pag Ibig MP2, because Pag Ibig MP2 is is tax free, then even if the gross amount of the dividend stocks is higher, then maybe you could still have a higher take home for Pag Ibig MP2, and considering it's also a risk free. Now, uh, just to just to continue, earnings from Pag Ibig MP2 are tax free, allowing investors to maximize their returns without worrying about tax deductions. Now, just to end all of this, there will be regular payouts. So one thing to remember for Pag Ibig MP2 is that it's a 5-year lockup essentially, but every year you could get a return based on the money that you invested. You have the ability to be able to roll it forward so that you have more money that's accumulating, that's actually earning for you, and that's what we suggest here in Stock Smarts, that uh, if you don't plan to touch the money, and if you're not going to use the money, and if you're not yet actually retired, then might as well roll it over so that you have a larger base, you have a larger capital, you have something that's bigger that will actually work for you. So Pag Ibig MP2 distributes dividends annually, providing investors with a steady stream of income that can be reinvested or used to supplement their finances. This regular payout feature makes it an ideal investment option for those seeking passive income. So that's it. I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope that this was something that's helpful. These are the five these are the five advantages of Pag Ibig MP2 and what makes it an amazing investment as well. So if you have any questions about this topic, put it down in the comment section below, and we'll make videos about this to be able to help you, to be able to add value to you, and so that you get educated, so that you learn more, and so you get to make the right decisions with your money. So thank you so much. If this added value to you, don't forget to subscribe and share this to your friends as well. Goodbye, and see you all soon.